Hey, peace and positivity reflections. Good energy to all and well earthly being here. So I want to address a few things I said in my last video. First of all, that word plethora was not definitely not the most appropriate word for the place that I chose to use it. Plethora actually has to do with an overabundance, gluttonous, like even excess bodily fluids. It just was not the most appropriate word for what I used it for. So I just wanted to say I acknowledge that, and I know it was foolish. Sorry. So, with that being said, I also want to say that the whole single mom comment, I hope I didn't offend anybody, and if I did, I apologize. Again, I'm slightly biased towards just I'm living with my mom and my dad too, but primarily my mom has been it's been her show here at the house, and she's put a lot of energy and paid a lot of attention to making this, trying to make this house look as good as it can, and profiting as much as she can off of the house. And that's something that's been a very difficult thing for me to bear, just to be around and to live around. Because for me, like I'm in the mentality of let's just let it go, let's just move on, let's just sell it cheap, let's just let somebody else come in here who wants to fix it up, because I really don't. I'll help you move the heavy stuff and I'll do what I can, but I'm really not trying to be like your handyman, your fix-it-up Babylonian repairman. Like, that's not me. I know I'm smart and I can figure out these things and I have the strength, and but you're the one. I haven't been watching home improvement shows. My mom has been watching home improvement shows for years now, so it's like she's trying to do all these manly things, and she's always been very a buyer of consumer products and things of this nature. So I'm sure that me being around that type of energy, my mom, and all these things, and I'm living, in a downtown American city, Portland, Oregon, so I see a lot of these type of things too every day. I'm sure that these things influence that comment. But again, that's kind of me singling out something. I'm not talking about everything, and that's an imbalance on my part, and I recognize and I apologize. So, and then I also wanted to talk about my idea on living on the outskirts of these smaller cities and working within them, working jobs within them to save up money to buy land. I'm reconsidering it. I really feel like I wouldn't be following my faith. I wouldn't really be following my heart. I wouldn't really be living out what I speak and what I feel is right to the purest of my intentions. This is a hard thing to explain, because it's going into an area of deep spirituality and faith within oneself, and the purity and the righteousness of their actions. Because I'm essentially going into the unknown with without really any clear, just without any security. Your security net is your vibrations, and that's what it is. I don't have a tons of money saved up. I have family who can, always help me out. That comes with a cost. It really does come with a cost, and I don't need this extra stuff anymore. I don't want this extra stuff anymore. And the whole time I've been here helping my mom out, and my mom and dad, but again, it's been mainly my mom's thing. I've really tried to work. I haven't tried. I have put good effort into getting a lot of job stuff done around the house and this and that, and it's been extremely difficult. I've picked it up the past couple weeks, but it took me a long time to finally just realize that I got myself into this, and I got to get myself out as best I can, and to learn from it, and to take this as a learning experience, and to know that it is an obstacle, it's a challenge in my way, and that there is a successful way of navigation out of it, and to just learn, and to know, and and it's been that essentially the difficulty of this. I'm getting tongue-tied now because it's hard for me to say exactly what I'm trying to say, but essentially the information that I know about Babylon and the jobs and energy and the imbalance it does on the earth, the human body, the spirit, and also just the eventuality of these jobs. Like, what is these jobs actually perpetuating? If you're working at McDonald's, you're profiting off of selling people poisoned food. I mean, there really aren't that many really good, if any, really good jobs anymore. You know, and at the end of the day, if you're buying in, you know, so the more I look at it, the best thing we can all really do is leave, completely leave, you know, and you go to an area where you can find the nutrients that the earth provides. We do deserve to live the way humans should be living, off the earth, giving our soil back to the earth, giving our water back to the earth, being able to pluck fruit out of trees that are just there, and redistributing the seeds so that they can grow again. You know, this is what human beings are supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be giving off beautiful, positive love energy for all, you know? I mean, and taking care of the earth, not manipulating it, not treating it badly, not destroying it, not being cancer cells, not being cancer cells to ourselves and others and all these things. You know, this is crazy. You know, and we've gotten so used to it. We've forgotten. You know, and it is going back to our primitive nature. Yes, we have to go back to 0 point. You know, for those of us who really seek that divine love again and that purity, that true sense of togetherness, you know, you have to detach from all this separateness. You have to detach from all this conflict, all this chaos, all this lack of order. So, in order for me to do that, I really do have to make sure that my job, the things that I'm performing, the things that I'm doing, are of the purest nature. So by me, you know, and also to balance, you know, like me trying to live outside in these woods and in these mountains, and then hoof it into a town and work a job and then come back and make videos and do all this and that, haul it all on my back. That's just way too much. That's just crazy. You know, and then I'm going to be spending money on land when you never really own anything anyways. I mean, you know, I really don't even want to do that. I really am quite content and comfortable just living with a small little piece of earth, you know, waking up and, you know, and doing my own thing, you know, moving around a little bit, or maybe finding a little place and chilling there for a little bit and then moving on, you know, and continuing to spread the good information and knowledge and be an example of my higher self and move towards my higher self each and every day. And I want to give myself the best place to do that, and it is in the tropics. So, you know, I'm going to be making my way there, you know, and there's still quite a few obstacles in my way, but I know I will conquer them, one way or another. And there's still time and there's still healing that I need before I'm even really ready to get there. So I'm patient, and I'm humble with my patience, and I know everything happens in divine timing. So it's all good. All right. And with that being said, just you know, thank you so much, Master Teacher Nature Boy, for your guidance. You know, you really have helped me save myself. You know, and that's the beauty of, and that this is also too what I want to talk about is that, you know, for me, like I came from before I started making videos, I spent about 2 years and some change watching YouTube videos. You know, hours a day. You know, and you can learn if you do really sit there and absorb the information and then begin to apply it to your life. You will benefit from it, and the more you apply the knowledge, the more you're going to benefit. So, you know, me trying to do this whole thing and you know, live and be next to the people and teach them, you know, by, you know, in arm's reach, you know, that's not how I learned, and that's not how others learned. So, essentially I would be kind of trying to make things easier for people, and you know, that's not, you know, we all have things we got to learn. We all, if it worked for me, then it can work for others too. So, and the more of us that show that the information does work and really apply it with as much purity and true conviction as we can, you know, the more the message is going to be spread, the more support the message is going to have, and the more others will do like we did, you know, and you know, we can all, you know, all of us who want and desire the tropics, the sustenance of the equator, the good love, the togetherness, the purity, simplicity. You know, we can make it easier for others to feel welcomed, and that it is possible, and that it is good, and it is right, and that you do belong there if you want to be there, and you can make your way there if it is in your heart. So, yeah, with that being said, I just wanted to say that. Alright, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to... there actually is some stuff I would want to get into, but I'm going to save it for another video because I just really wanted to convey that message right there, and then also give it, acknowledge the word plethora I used, and, the single mom comment, because I both felt like, well, I know the word plethora was wrong after I said it, and then, I felt, the single mom comment was, I'm a little rusty, so I apologize, and I am living with my mom, who's kind of just in a frantic mood right now, and it's slightly, it does irritate me a little bit, so these are the truths that are in my life right now. Alright, with that being said, love myself, I love you guys, have a great day, alright, goodbye.